What if Muzan never killed Tanjiro's family? We know that Tanjiro's family was in the charcoal selling business, and Tanjiro had no clue about the demons or the legendary sun breathing technique. So if Muzan didn't kill his family, would he still be up for the task and kill Muzan as an inheritor of the Hinokami Kagura? Well, let's find out. If you all are liking the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and consider becoming a member. We have loyalty badges, priority to reply to comments, including perks from the previous levels. We have member-only polls and member-exclusive community posts, as well as member-only shorts, videos, and shoutouts. My name is TK. Let's get into some anime. In this version of the story, Tanjiro returns home to his family the next day after selling the charcoal in the village. Nothing happened, his family is still there, but one thing I'd point out is that he still spent the night at that guy named Saburo's place. That's right, Tanjiro listened to him rant about demons all night. So at the very least, even if he doesn't believe it himself, he is now cautious of the existence of demons. When he sees his family the next morning, he breathes a sigh of relief because he was afraid that something may have happened to them. Nezuko and his mom notice the stressed expression on his face and ask if something is wrong, but he simply shrugs his shoulders and helps them with household chores. Later that day, Tanjiro sees someone walking away in the distance. He can't make out who he is or why he was here, but he sure as hell found the person's scent very interesting. The next day, Tanjiro hears some weird noises coming from the nearby forest. It's already evening, so he is not sure if he should go check it out or not. But that thing about the demons was still on his mind, so he simply gulps and goes into the forest. He follows the sound and stumbles upon a scene that changes everything. This is where Tanjiro sees a demon for the very first time in his life. The demon instantly jumps him and he is simply too fast for Tanjiro to properly block or evade the demon's attack. But fortunately, right as the demon's claws were going to slice Tanjiro in half, a man wielding a sword appears and slices the demon with a single strike. Tanjiro is left stunned. He also realizes from the smell that this is the same guy he noticed yesterday. "Are you all right?" the man asks. "As you guys can expect, it's Giyu Tomioka." "Yes, thank you for saving me," Tanjiro replies. Giyu nods with a stern expression on his face and tells Tanjiro that he shouldn't be wandering around in the forest at night. Tanjiro's mind races with all sorts of questions, but before he can ask any of them, Giyu is already on his way. "Wait, sir," Tanjiro asks. "What is it?" Giyu asks. "Are there a lot of demons? My family also lives on this mountain. The demons won't attack them, would they?" Tanjiro asks. "Demons come out at night. If you are scared, you should light some wisteria incense in your house. That should keep them away, kid," Giyu replies and hands him some wisteria. "Thank you. Can I have your name?" Tanjiro asks after accepting the wisteria. "It's Giyu Tomioka, and I am a demon slayer. What about you?" I am Kamado Tanjiro. Honestly, I had no idea that demons and demon slayers were a thing until a few days ago," Tanjiro replies with a gentle smile on his face. "Tanjiro? That's a good name. Alright, Tanjiro. I'll be leaving now. Can you get back to your home yourself?" Giyu asks out of personal concern. "Yep, but would you like to join my family for some tea? You can even stay the night if you like, Giyu-san. Allow me to repay you for saving my life," Tanjiro states. Giyu ends up going along with Tanjiro because he didn't have the energy to say no considering the innocent expression on Tanjiro's face. Once there, Tanjiro introduces Giyu to his family, and everyone sits down with him while he drinks a cup of tea. Giyu starts feeling awkward and tells Tanjiro that he show him how to light up the wisteria incense. While doing this, Giyu recalls that he was sent on this mountain to deal with a powerful demon threat. And considering how Tanjiro's home is the only home resident on this mountain, it is very likely that the demon would try to attack this place. He asks Tanjiro to put away the incense for now, and also reveals that he may have to stay the night. Of course, Tanjiro agrees, and the next thing you know, Giyu spends the entire night sitting in front of the Tanjiro's house, keeping watch because now that he has put away the incense, he can't risk anyone getting hurt. Tanjiro sits beside him, and although Giyu tries to ignore him at first, but before long, he has to give in and answer Tanjiro's questions about the Demon Slayer Corps and the demons. He also ends up telling Tanjiro about breathing styles and Kibutsuji Muzan. Nezuko brings them some dinner, but just when she is about to put the food in front of them, the plate gets sliced in half. They see the short figure of a child ahead, but it's not a child. It's a demon. Lower Moon 5 Rui. He sliced the plate. For the sake of context, Muzan sent Lower Moon 5 instead of coming here himself. Rui's entire family is currently in the forest where Giyu saved Tanjiro. The demon he killed was Rui's dad. As expected, Rui is out for blood. He is going to finish the mission, and he is also going to make sure that Giyu pays for killing a member of his family. Nezuko, hurry up inside, that's a demon, Tanjiro tells his sister. Seeing this, Rui uses his blood demon art thread manipulation to slice Tanjiro and Nezuko into several pieces. But what happens next was something that neither Nezuko nor Tanjiro, heck, not even Rui could have expected. Giyu calmly walks up to Ryu, using the 11th form of water breathing, dead calm tidal waves. And just like that, Rui's head is sliced off. I guess it was a good idea for me to stay here after all, Giyu says after finishing off a lower moon for good. Whoa, you killed him in one strike even though he looked stronger than the one before. Just how strong are you, Giyu-san? Tanjiro asks. However, in response to this question, Giyu looks up at the sky and simply stares. As we know, he doesn't think of himself as worthy of being a Hashira. He turns his head back toward Nezuko and Tanjiro to bid his farewell and leave. But the moment he turns, he sees the same look on Tanjiro's face as he once saw on his best friend Sabito's. It gives him goosebumps. Tanjiro, are you interested in becoming a demon slayer? Giyu instinctively asks. His heart believes that Tanjiro can be a worthy successor of the water-breathing style. After a conversation with his mom and Nezuko, Tanjiro decides to take the plunge. He can tell that the demons specifically targeted his home for some reason, and so he seeks to end the age of demons before anyone can try it again. Giyu takes Tanjiro under his wing and shows him the basics of water breathing while killing the rest of the spider demons who are still in the forest. He then introduces Tanjiro to Urokodaki sensei so that he can learn the art of water breathing. Fast forward to 2 years later, Tanjiro's training is complete. He slices the boulder thanks to the spirits of Sabito and Makumo, and then during the final selection, he manages to survive and even slices up the hand demon by using the first form of water breathing. Ultimately, just like how it was in the original story, Tanjiro, Kanao, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Genya passed just like how they did in the original story. So far, the only thing that has changed is that Muzan sent Rui to bring him a child from the Kamado household so that he can experiment to see if he can create a demon who can conquer the sun. Rui failed the mission, and all the spider demons are eradicated on that night. One thing I'd point out is that this wasn't Mount Natsugumo. Rui and his family had made the trip and sought temporary refuge in the forest on the mountain where Tanjiro's family is located. Unfortunately, they all die early on in this timeline. But the question is, why hasn't Muzan sent anyone else since then? It's because thanks to Giyu's request, the Ubuyashiki estate prepared a new home for the Kamado family. Muzan even sent Akasa during the past 2 years, but no one was able to find anyone from the Kamado family because they had simply relocated to a home that the demons could not locate. Tanjiro, on the other hand, was training with Urokodaki sensei. Nezuko spends time every now and then with Kanao and Shinobu. Since she is not a demon, there is no stigma against her. Moving on with Tanjiro's story, he doesn't come across Muzan, but he does meet Tamayo and Yushiro. In this version of the story, she'd recognize his Hanafuda earrings and tell him about the demon slayer who cornered Muzan centuries ago. That's right. Tamayo would tell Tanjiro about Yoriichi Sugikuni. The conversation would start off as a casual comment when she notices his earrings, but little by little, as Tanjiro also remembers the Hinokami Kagura and Tamayo reveals the breathing style of Yoriichi, Tanjiro begins to realize that there is definitely more to this than he thought. He consults the Flame Hashira Kyojuro Rengoku during a joint mission where they defeat Upper Moon 6 together. But of course, Kyojuro didn't have any idea. But he personally asks his father because he knew that Tanjiro is him. After some family drama, Kyojuro learns about the sun breathing and relays it to Tanjiro. Finally, Tanjiro makes the connection between Hinokami Kagura and the sun breathing, and realizes that this is the same style that Yoriichi used to corner Muzan all those centuries ago. You guys see where I'm getting at? Even if Tanjiro's family isn't killed, just the fact that his family was in danger is enough to pivot Tanjiro in the right direction. Just like how Luffy from One Piece makes his own path, Tanjiro would eventually learn to master sun breathing and would also unlock his Demon Slayer mark. Muzan, on the other hand, would find the Ubuyashiki estate and the Kamado's new family home. The final battle will break out when the time is right, and although there will be an insane amount of sacrifices, Muzan will ultimately be slain, and the Age of Demons would officially come to an end. The one thing I point out is that it may take a few more years in this version of the story, because while Nezuko won't be a demon, she'd also not become able to conquer the sun, which means that her existence won't make Muzan take aggressive action. Things will take place at a much slower pace. Most of the main endgame fights will stay the same, but you may have noticed that the chronological order of events is different in this story. Rui would die 2 years before Tanjiro finishes his training. Muzan would dispatch all the lower moon to fix Rui's mess by bringing him someone from the Kamado household, but they'd be killed by the pillars. And as you can expect, in Lower Moon 1, Enmu would be killed by Kyojuro. The Upper Moon won't be available when these instances take place, and so Kyojuro won't die. Yep, in this what if, Kyojuro would die in the final battle against Muzan himself. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my take on what if Muzan never killed Tanjiro's family? I am sure you guys have a lot to add to the story, and I'm also sure that many of you would like me to make a sequel or two where they fight Muzan. Come on, guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of the story? And do you want more? What do you think would happen differently? Make sure you also like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and inspire me to keep making videos just like this one. And with that, guys, I'll see you in the next video.